Hello, chess peeps. Today is gonna be a controversial one. I know I said in other videos that I wasn't going to talk about politics or religion but this is a rare exception to that rule. And why am I making this video? Well, it's to talk a little bit about me so that way you guys can get the idea. I am a former Jehovah's Witness. And I was born and raised in that belief. And my parents were raised, they're like a third or fourth born and raised generation of Jehovah's Witnesses on both my parents' sides. That's how they got married. And they're still a good couple or whatever. It's just, they're not really into politics too much because of their religious beliefs. And then they do have it. And my dad said if he wasn't a Jehovah's Witness, he'd probably be a Kamala Harris supporter. But, he said, I don't try to really get into that because that's Satan's world, so I leave it alone. And I'm like, I get what you see, I get it. Anyway, they're viewed on the right wing, what is called the right wing, or whatever. I grew up on that angle. Anyway, I'm talking about what does this have to do with politics, or what does this have to do with ground news? Well, ground news, I'm gonna send a link to a video about it, but, basically all they're really doing is just making more tribalism and making more, instead of being, actually centrist, it just makes people more biased, because I feel like there's gonna be people on the right or people on the left who's only gonna look on the blind filter to see what only their side covers, what those kind of things. It can be good, but all it really does is it just makes people's beliefs could be even stronger. It could make them be into more conflict. For example, something that really divides people, like the Israel and Palestine thing, or Hamas if you want to include them. That's really divided topic. That's a really controversial topic because it's filled with opinions, ideas that either they mostly agree or mostly disagree and whatever and whatnot. And it's one of those topics that are hard for some people and easy for others. But you look at ground news and some people on the left are covering this way and some people on the right are covering that way. Like, for example, the current group is most all leftists are all pro-Palestinian and all rightists are pro-Israeli. No, there are some people who are not into this conversation, who do not want to be involved, and there are also left-wingers who are pro-Palestinian, and there are right-wingers who are pro-Palestinian and left-wingers who are pro-Israeli. It's just not everybody's going to be, even if they're on your team, not everybody's going to have the same 100% opinion. And there are a lot of people who are politically homeless. And all it really does, being one side or the other, you're basically just saying, I have this piece of shit, you have that piece of shit. My piece of shit is better because I'm the one who's holding it and you're not. That's basically what you're doing. You're basically having a shit competition. And you're just basically just picking the one that you think is the best, the stinkiest, But I'm not saying that all politics don't matter, or you should never vote. I'm just saying, you shouldn't really, go to the news for politics, Because, they have a bias so shocking I know, politics have biases. Oh my god, the news has a bias. Like, bro, I don't care if you watch Fox News or CNN. You gotta know that getting into politics and stuff like that, well, when I don't know too much about the religious topic since that's kind of its own world, but I was just revolving it around to, the political conversation of this. Make your, if you see something, you don't have to necessarily say something. The only time you need to say something is if you know what you're saying about, or if it's like something really important to you. I'm what you call the politically homeless. And, or third party as some people say. I don't support ground news because it just puts in tribalism and it does stuff like that, and I wasn't too great about those opinions. In fact, for me personally, that was like my most controversial thought, and it felt really uncomfortable to think about. And then I saw the video of the myth of the left and the right, or whatever they called it. There's even a book about it. And there's no clear direction of what left and right is, because even if ground news is getting all the left groups correctly and getting all the right groups correctly, you're still dividing people into groups, Like, these people belong to this people belong to this, because it's never 100% that way, and so it just blurs the line of what is good and what is evil. And like I said earlier in this video, it's just gonna make people try to confirm their biases more, more on this way or more on that way. And people do change. There are people who were born in the right, grew up in the right, became leftist, and there are leftists who were born in the left, grew up in the left, and are now right-wingers. It's just all about perspective. But just because one person agrees with you on everything, but only disagrees you on this one thing, does not necessarily mean that, they're on this side or they're on that side now. All it really does, like I said, is it's basically just, like I said in this video as well, it's just a shit competition where one side has a shit, the other side has a shit, and you guys are just arguing over who has the biggest shit. Okay, who has the best shit. That's basically who it is, the best dookie, it's just all over, man, but like I said, it's not like it doesn't matter, it's just people are making it seem either way better or way worse than it actually is. And let's be realistic. There have been people who are on the left side or on the right side that would be politically incorrect or would be the political other side today. So saying that they're real parties is just nonsense. There shouldn't be a left or right America. There shouldn't be a left or right Canada. There should be a United States. There should be a Canada. There shouldn't just be basically 2-3 countries in one country, because that would start a civil war or stuff like that. We don't want that problem. So I would say try to find, be nice to people, even if they, disagree with most of your beliefs. If it's they're ruining your life or something and all you can do is disagree, then that's fine, then that may be justifiable. But if it's they disagreed with one controversial opinion, just one, unless that's the most extreme, where it's everybody must die kind of controversial opinion. That is like whatever. But it really just depends on your perspective, I guess you could say. But then there's also like that soy pill video. I think I'll provide a link to that as well. And then I'm basically just doing a left to right wing thing here. So you could believe this, you could tell me not, but ground news, it's just bullcrap, man. Like, they're basically just saying, pay more attention to the news, pay more this way, you know? Like, bro, the only reason why you should have the news is for weather and sports. That's it. Like, those are the only two things, and maybe politics if you're slightly interested. But I would say, yeah, just only use it for weather and sports. Because those are the only really two important things when it comes to the news, unless it's something big in your area. I don't know. That's just how I'm talking about this. And I really wanted to talk about this because it's been weighing on my mind for the past, I want to say, a year or two. And I just wanted to let you guys know, because this is one of those really rare exceptions where you don't really see me talk about it much ever again. Because this is a chess channel, or at least I'm trying to be. So, yeah, you might never see me talk about it again. I mean, you might, but I doubt there's going to be a rare exception like that ever again. But who knows? Maybe I'm wrong, and maybe it's whatever. Maybe this is all wrong to do, period. Or maybe this is all right to do. I don't know. If you're going to have thoughts about it, at least answer honestly. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, I'm not gonna do too much. See you later. Bye.